If you're here, there's a good chance you're not struggling because you don't care. You're struggling because something in your sales process just isn't clicking. You're having conversations, you're getting interest, maybe even getting a few, that sounds great. But then nothing happens. No decisions, no commitment, no signed deal, and that's frustrating, especially when you know what you offer actually helps people. That gap right there between interest and action, that's what this is about. Because most sales problems aren't really about effort. They're about structure. They're about how you communicate value. They're about how well you understand what your prospect actually needs, not just what they say they need. And they're about easy or difficult. You make it for someone to say yes. What I have found working with business owners is this. Most people aren't bad at sales. They're just never been shown how to do it in a way that feels natural, repeatable, and effective. So what happens? You second guess yourself. Either talk too much or not enough. You hesitate when it's time to ask for the sale, or you push and then immediately feel like you've pushed too hard. And over time, that creates inconsistency. Some deals close, most don't, and it starts to feel unpredictable. That's exactly why we built the 12-week Sales Masterclass. Not to give you more theory, not to overload you with scripts, but to help you build a sales process that actually works consistently. This is a structured step-by-step program where we take your current approach to sales and upgrade it week by week in a way that's practical, in a way that you can actually apply to real conversations as you're having them. Because this isn't about learning sales in a vacuum. This is about improving your sales while you're actively selling. Each week, you'll go through focused training sessions designed to break sales down into manageable pieces. So instead of trying to be better at sales as a whole, you're improving specific parts of the process that actually move the needle. And we don't just stop at learning. You'll have accountability built into the process because knowing what to do and actually doing it are two very different things. Now, the program itself is broken into 3 stages, and each stage builds on the one before it. In the first stage, we focus on how you show up in conversations, how you communicate, how you build trust quickly, how you create real connection without feeling like you're performing or pitching. Because if that foundation isn't strong, nothing else works. This is where we refine how you present your value, how you handle objections, and how you leave a lasting impression that makes people want to keep talking to you. Then we move into the second stage, and this is where things start to click for most people because this is where you learn how to truly understand your prospects. Now, not just service level answers, but what's actually driving their decisions, what they care about, what's holding them back, and how to guide the conversation in a way that makes them feel understood instead of being sold. This is where sales starts to feel easier because you're no longer trying to convince, you're aligning. And then the third stage is where we bring it all together. This is where you refine your approach so that you're not just closing more deals, but you're creating a better experience for the people you've been working with. Because long-term success in sales isn't just about getting someone to say yes. It's about how they feel after they say yes. That's what leads to repeat business. That's what leads to referrals. That's what builds real momentum. So by this time you move through this stage, you're not just improving your sales numbers, you're elevating the way your business operates as a whole. Now, alongside the training, you'll also have access to video lessons, practical activities, and structured tools that help you actually apply what you are learning. Because the goal here isn't information, it's implementation. You'll have resources you can come back to, planning tools that help you think through your own sales processes, and a system you can rely on instead of guessing your way through conversations. And here's the part that matters most. This isn't about turning you into someone you're not. You don't need to become more aggressive. You don't need to memorize lines. You don't need to pressure people. What you need is clarity. Clarity in how you communicate. Clarity in how you guide conversations. Clarity in how you help someone move from, this sounds good, to let's do it. Because when you have that, sales stops feeling forced. It starts feeling natural. It starts feeling predictable. And most importantly, it starts working. So if you're ready to stop guessing your way through sales, if you're ready to feel more confident in your conversations, and if you're ready to actually close more of the opportunities already in front of you, this is where that shift happens. Take a look at the details. Go through what's included, and when you're ready, you can take the next step. Because the difference between where you are now and where you want to be in sales usually isn't more effort, it's a better process. And that's exactly what this is designed to give you.